Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Morning.
How was your morning?
Oh, morning was awesome. Happy Sunday. Good morning. My name is McNeill.
And I am LisaSantiagoMcNeill.
Thank you for joining us on our show. Let's talk about it. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN Network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like, comment, share. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, The Empowerment Duo, and check us out on Spotify if you get bored at work and just need us to hang out with you.
Spotify. How will they do it if they want to catch us on Spotify?
If they don't know how to use Spotify, don't need to start now.
If they don't, I don't know how to use Spotify.
Why would you start now?
Accidentally knocked upside her head.
Spotify
when I brought my arm around her.
Spotify is just where you search for podcasts, and they can search the.
Go to Spotify.com, search for the Empowerment Duo.
Grandpa. Spotify is an app.
Go to the app Spotify and then search for the Empowerment Duo.
Yeah,
that's all you had to say.
Okay,
you had to come with all this other sarcastic stuff.
I did.
You had to come with all this casting of aspersions. If you don't know now, you don't need to start. Simply answer the question.
Yes. Good morning, honey.
Morning.
Good
you know what Brooklyn is?
Always funky fresh.
That's true. That's true. Brooklyn is always funky fresh. That's true. And you get, if you are from Brooklyn, you get to stand up and at random, it can be anywhere, and go, Brooklyn, like that. It's a city. Actually. It's a city.
It's a borough within a city.
Within a city, but if you list it as a city, it's also Brooklyn is also a blood type.
A blood type.
My blood type is Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yes. Today is day 2 of Kwanzaa.
Day 2
of Kwanzaa. It's KUJICHAGULIA. It's KUJICHAGULIA. Self-determination. Doing what you gotta do to help determine your direction. It's been said before, if you don't choose the direction for your life, don't worry. Somebody else will choose it for you.
Will life choose it for you?
Yes, someone else, life will choose it for you. And typically the direction that life chooses for you arcs down, aims down. It goes lowly. If you don't choose.
You think so?
I think so. Wow. If you don't choose, you end up serving others who do choose.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's hard though.
It is hard.
But it is a truth. Yeah. I think it is a truth.
And I give myself permission to not be right all the time. I really want to be right more than half the time. And in my house, I'm right even when I'm wrong.
Is that right? Is that right?
Oh, I should have had breakfast today.
I thought you had left, actually.
I did, because the words came to me. I had to come downstairs and write.
No. I thought you had left.
The house?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was so quiet.
I was writing.
Finally.
There are no kids in this house, so we don't have any noise problems.
Yes, honey.
Good morning, family. Have you guys planned to attend any Kwanzaa services in the city? Hadn't made any plans, but there's no reason to not go to something. You know what I want to do with Kwanzaa? And I saw it last night, but I didn't stop to watch it. Kwanzaa with the Paulings videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to see that. Are you going to any Sabrina, and do you know of any that you would recommend Kwanzaa celebrations?
I don't. I would suppose that the House of Africa has got some Kwanzaa stuff.
We can find some Kwanzaa stuff. I hadn't made any plans to do so as yet, but the game ain't over. Now, who's that picture on your profile picture that you've been having out there for a week, Sabrina? Who's that?
Taylor. Taylor's her number 1 grandbaby.
How many grandbabies does she have?
1.
That's it. Grandbabies are better than children. I want y'all to know.
Yes, Taylor looking awesome, rocking a cap and gown, repping for her grandma. Are you Glamma? Are you Grandma? Are you Mimi?
What do you go by? Yes.
Are you Granny? Are you Nanny? Are you Mima?
Now, this morning, the words I thought I wanted to talk about this morning.
Communication.
Communication just hit me. And I was talking about the 5 facets of communication.
The 5 communication styles?
No, not styles.
Facets.
The facets of communication.
So verbal.
Speaking, listening, comprehension, questioning, and written.
Okay. So body language is not a language?
It is a language. It is a language. It's his on the name. Body language. There is one, but I was talking about 5 facets. Parts. Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I would think that body language is a facet.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not an expert on that. Okay, although I did read the book Body Language, and I did read the follow-up book Body Language today. I read both of those books, and even both of those books are dispelled now. I read those books in the 90s. I don't know if I go by that.
Dispelled? Yeah, there was a lot of Well, we were talking about things that could be dispelled about a lot of things now, just because
that we used to really believe. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that they should be dispelled globally. I think that they should be updated, that their relevance may be diluted for this time, this season. Because like now, here's one of the things that I had a challenge with in church.
Okay.
Technology in church.
Okay, like people looking at their cell phone.
Yeah, and in meetings for that matter.
Okay.
A lot of people had a challenge with that. They were really aggravated with that. Your Nana, and yes, she's my number one. She's Nana. Oh, there was a Kwanzaa celebration posted online. I'll check with Truth. I will tag you in the post. Thank you. So there's a whole lot different interpretation for people in phones. And I think the older you are, or the more separated you are from technology, the more you read into the use of technology incorrectly.
Yeah. But if you're using technology, you don't look into it incorrectly, is what you're suggesting.
I do.
In Speaker Magazine, they was talking about how it's a problem for speakers now with so many people on their phones. So what they basically just said, you're not going to stop it. Okay, so just learn to embrace it
and use it for your benefit,
like Willie Jolly does.
Willie Jolly does it. A lot of people do it.
They use it. The phones are in their hands anyway. So since they got their daggone phones, use it.
Go to my website.
Go there now. Text your email to this number here.
Yep.
Because they're in your phone anyway.
Absolutely. But I mean,
I think that's so much smarter.
I do too. I do too. Good morning, Miss Blackman.
Good morning, Latanya. How you doing?
Absolutely. Taylor is my poster child for early is better. Amen. That's perfect.
Love it.
And she's fantastic for that. She's beautiful.
I like Latanya had a post yesterday that I really liked, and the post was something about when you tell your family your goals and they start cheering for you. Or cheerleading for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. So
I was trying to do, this just caught my eye again, but I was trying to do a video for you guys so that some of you will understand one of the things that we're going to be doing. I am, but you got to do it slow or whatever. Let me see.
Is it?
Okay. I don't know. It's not going to work. Wow, there's a glow on that. I wonder why that's a glow. But anyway, I was trying to do a video to show you what this exercise is for meditation. Maybe these are not dispelled, but changes with more information. Yeah, that's what I think they could be. But there are some people that are so immersed in what they believe that interpretation is that they cannot let it go. Like I take notes on my phone. And if I have my phone out when you are speaking, it's likely that I am engrossed in what you are saying and I don't want to miss any of it.
But the way it looks is,
damn, can she put her phone down for a minute because she on the phone? And that's the way the old preachers look at it. Put all your phones away and take the phones from the kids and all of that. And the other thing is I am ADHD. And so in order to focus, I also have to have a part of my brain engaged in something else.
And we all do. Bishop Saunders had a funny moment in church.
That wasn't funny.
It was funny to me. And it was funny to him. He laughed his head off.
No, it wasn't funny. Unless we're talking about the same, two different moments.
We're talking about something different. Sure. He was talking about cell phones in the church. And he goes, I'm going to start taking your phones from y'all when y'all come to church and give them back when y'all leave. And then he chuckled to himself. I'll never do that because I still want to use mine. Ha, 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 ha. Right?
No, that wasn't the same moment, but go ahead.
Yeah. He knows that even he wants to be able to look at his own phone to his service. He the bishop.
Yeah, but then don't you remember the other service after that? He says, I will shut all the internet off in here.
And then he joked.
No, he didn't joke that one off. He stayed
the same
curmudgeoning that time. He stayed like her. Yes, they make me happy. They say, all right, Ma, you got it, Ma. Go get it, babe. I see you, Ma. LOL. Oh, that's awesome.
I love it. You got it, Ma. I love it, Ma. Go get it, babe. I love it.
I see you, Ma. I see you.
You know, you can get a lot done with that kind of support. And I used to think one time I needed a personalized cheerleader. Oh, where's that in my note?
I don't know. I try to be.
Yeah. You even prayed about it last night.
Yeah.
It was in our prayers last night.
Yeah.
You know, and you could get a lot done with that encouragement. You know, we do have some consistent cheerleaders, like Charles Carey is a consistent cheerleader of ours. Mm-hmm. You know, we like those people too. Thank you very much. I strive to be, and I know
Sabrina's a big cheerleader.
She is, and I know we both strive to be that for as many other people as we can. I do. I encourage as much and as often as I can, and I want to.
But KUJICHAGULIA. KUJICHAGULIA
is self-determination. Day 2 of Kwanzaa, self-determination. So let's shift the show to that area. What does self-determination mean to you? Self-determination. We could break it down into self and then the word determination. What is determination? We can use the dictionary definition if you like. Or what does it mean to you? I think it'd be more fun. What does it mean to you? Determination, self-determination.
Self-determination, I think, is the only kind of determination I've ever had.
I don't think that's true.
Really?
Yeah. If you've ever worked for a company, if you've ever been to school, people try to steer you in certain things in certain ways. Stay tuned for Parents' Point of Views 2019 Early is Better campaign. I love it already. I love the title. Coming to elementary schools, daycares, PTOs, whatever that means. Okay, tutoring programs and college conferences near you.
Woo-hoo.
Early is better.
Early is better.
Campaign.
I love it. I
like
love
the concept that it's actually on a campaign. To me, a campaign is something that's a process and it's a system and it's ongoing. Mm-hmm. And it's not an event. We set up for a book drive or back to school drive for Saturday, and that's it. That doesn't work to me. I think it's got to be much more touches.
Bill says the technology question to me is people make too many assumptions about why and how we use it. I really think the solution is giving each other grace and then ask for their attention. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but even that is difficult because you assume that because I have my technology, I'm not giving you attention. And there was a commercial
I think that's two ways too. Because you assume that they're assuming.
No, I try not to assume.
Okay.
But there was a commercial that I absolutely loved about technology. And I hope somebody else has seen it. But it was a family vacation. And everybody was trying to do the old-fashioned family vacation-ish. They were, playing the games. They were running in the water. They were, doing all of the family stuff. And one teenage boy was always sitting off to the side with his phone. He would be recording, he would be texting, he would be just fiddling and stuff with his phone, and the grandparents would look over. Poor honey, he won't even connect with the family. Type of bullshit that old people do. And then at the end of the vacation, they came together for one family dinner in front of the TV, something they were doing or whatever, and he put the recording on. and he had captured amazing moments from the whole vacation. He had captioned them, he had put music to them, and he played it for them, and he sent it to the whole family. And it's like they would have missed out on that keepsake, and they misjudged him for the whole holiday. And he was actually doing something to give everybody a gift.
I hadn't seen that commercial, but I like the point.
It was awesome. So, good morning, Renee McCall. Do you know Renee McCall? Is that a first-time viewer? Okay, well, I'm glad you joined us, and thank you for saying. LaTanya said, determined to do and complete a task, even if others don't cheer you on. It's through self that one is able to succeed. I like it. I like it. I do believe that there is a time that we have to self-determine. I think that it's a very, very important skill set to learn. And
welcome, Sister Renee McCall.
Thank you for joining.
I think this is your first time on our show.
Welcome. We need to get like a bell or a drum or a bling, something to say first time. But thank you.
You know who this is?
Who is this?
My cousin Tim.
Oh, I know who that is.
We done hung out at her house.
Yes. Thank you for joining. So KUJICHAGULIA.
KUJICHAGULIA.
Say it again.
KUJICHAGULIA.
KUJICHAGULIA. Is that a Swahili word?
I don't know, baby.
Well, you using it.
I know it's the second day of Kwanzaa.
Yes, and it means self-determination. And
excuse me.
Been hitting me all morning.
Yep. I put her back to sleep, y'all.
Oh my God.
She had to go back to sleep. Yes, I did. I'm macho man. I put your butt back to sleep, snoring.
William, your boy.
I went to work afterwards.
Yeah, boy.
I was done. I went to work. I started typing. Start writing.
So for me, this year is a little bit different for me.
Okay.
Because I actually have two things that have been spurned through me, right?
19 or going into 19?
19.
Okay, 19. Okay.
Yes, 19. Of course, the Permission to Be Amazing granted tour.
Okay.
And also
the tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a tour.
Okay.
That's a thing.
Okay. Also, the campaign to create. No, it's not a campaign. Maybe it is a campaign. I don't know. Maybe Sabrina and I might be doing something together. But I'm going to have to teach you that one. LOL, cracking up here listening to you say the second principle. Yeah, please, Precious, go fix your face and come on and tell us what KUJICHAGULIA. If you want to come on live,
yeah,
she's inviting you. I want to say, Precious, I saw the video that you and your family did about day one of Kwanzaa, and I think that's what we all should be watching is the Kwanzaa with the Paulings, because they're good at it. And I didn't yet watch the video, but I promise you I will watch that video.
So for the first time, I have been writing deliberately a children's story. This is the first one of many.
And it's beautiful. And
the story is Brown Boys Are. And then the first book in the sequence is Businessmen.
And she's storyboarded it out. It's over here. You can't see it, but it's beautiful right now. And Brown Boys Are Businessmen.
Yes.
It's the first one.
So that's the first one.
I love it.
And
I can't wait to see it out.
And it will also have Brown Girls Are, and whatever the different things are. And it really is because I want to be a part of this economic mission that we're talking about, that we've been talking about. And I want that economic mission, economic independence through entrepreneurship, to begin younger. 6,
Early
7,
is
8.
better.
Early is better, absolutely. And so because of that, I was actually taken away yesterday. I don't know much about sports. Y'all know that. The amount of sports that I know you can hold in your hand. But I was taken away by basketball.
She was asking so many questions about professional sports. And at first, I didn't know what she was doing and why she kept asking me all these questions. All right, who does the players work for? Who do the coaches work for? Who does the general managers work for? You know, and who do the owners work for? No, you know, what happens with the money? Who gets the money? She was asking all these questions.
Brown boys are, and then brown girls are also. And I saw in my mind what frustrated me. And I feel like when you get frustrated, it's because you should do something about it.
Okay.
Right. And so this brown boy, in the vision that I had, loved basketball. And the funny thing about it is we hear and meet brown boys all the time that love basketball. But no one talks to them about basketball in a way.
Let me finish your point. I'll read it.
In a way that if they are anything other than a player, that they can attain it. Nor does anyone talk to them about what being a basketball player actually is.
You're an employee and you're in the entertainment business.
Yes. So go ahead. Question, Lisa, do you think your tour is helping people unleash or fully understanding their self-determination? So permission to be amazing, granted, is actually for unleashing future coaches and empowering existing coaches for future success.
I'm interested that you put coaches on both of them, and I like it better that way, actually.
Well, that's what I do.
Yes.
Is coaches.
Yes.
I don't want to teach you how to sell your jewelry, but I can teach you how to use your jewelry to enhance and enrich the lives of someone.
I think we're better served when you stay there in that narrow focus of working with coaches.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay.
I work with people that teach people.
Yep.
And show them how to expand and build on the platform of who and what they are, like Sabrina has done, LaTanya has done, Precious has done, the mommy coach. We got the mommy coach. We got the college recruitment coach.
Interesting dynamic.
We got the prophetic poet soul coach.
I had an interesting thing happen to me last night.
The technology coach.
This morning. I'm gonna tell you guys about it.
Go ahead.
There's a group, Facebook group I was on, and the founder of the group, she posted yesterday, the key to your business is going to be clarity. And she told them, can you clearly tell what you do for a living? And she says, I help such and such, which is your niche, to do such and such, which is your value. Okay. And that's what she did. Okay. She had 3 parts to it. And she broke it down into 3 parts. Those 2 things she broke down into 3 parts. Okay. And I was bold enough to say, and she had a lot of people commenting on it. So I was bold enough to make a post saying, dare I suggest that you add one more piece to it, because people were telling what they do, but they weren't telling
what that does for somebody else.
Right. They didn't tell it as a benefit. And I said, dare I suggest that you add one more part to your clarity point, so that they can. And then what I did, I took like 5 or 6 of the ones that I already posted and just added a benefit to them. You know, I just did it, my thing, and my post added benefits to them. And the response was wonderful. First, she's like, Brian, this is good. And the other people are like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was great. Thank you.
So is she one of the people that you're going to ask to do a live in your group?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And then this morning, I looked at it again, and people were really, really liking that I was bold enough to suggest that the person who was teaching something, that they tweak it just a little bit. So there was one other lady, she put it, and I rewrote hers today. And I gave some benefits to it. And she was like, Brian, thank you for sharing your craft and your gift. So now, since I got all this activity, but it would have been so easy for me to say, I'm stepping on toes here. I better not do this, you know?
Amen. We got to catch up on these comments here. So LaTanya said, my son wants to be a sports commentator. He's very knowledgeable on football and basketball, stats, players, etc.
Stop right there for a second, please. Your son wants to be a sports commentator. The story of Marv Albert, who was the voice of the New York Knicks, and then he became national the Yankees. He did a lot of things. Marv Albert's been in the game for a long time, and he's a legend. But he tells the story that even when he was a kid of 6, and 7 years old, he would watch the games on TV and commentate on it. He would watch the games in the playground and commentate on it. He was practicing his skill.
Well, he can even do one more now. He can do a Facebook Live or a YouTube channel on that.
He could do a YouTube channel or Facebook Live of him commentating, and he could get a following right now, LaTanya. But Marv Albert did that as a child, and if that's what your son wants to do, I don't even know how old this kid is. But
there you go, great minds. Let him start now with a show and grow it. He must take advantage of social media platforms.
Amen.
Amen. Sabrina, Miss Vivian,
good morning, Miss Vivian. Good morning.
So, Sabrina says, my level of self-determination is becoming more clear. And yes, Lisa, let's do something together. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Lisa, let's talk later this evening. Own that Team Brown boy. Be that business owner, brown girl. Let's put Taylor in a business suit with her working flax. Yes, having chills over here. Clarity. Wow. Every time I try to hit send, y'all say something else.
Now, what's going on?
Amen. Amen.
Okay. What's going on is because of all the work that Sabrina has done, okay, all the legwork and all the thinking and all the planning and all the writing that she's done, she's heard something that resonated with her that she could see herself fitting in. And you know what? She would not have been able to move herself to tears if she had not done all of this other work. You know, this is, to me, Sabrina, this is a testament that you're getting it this way is a testament to the hard work that you've already put in.
Amen. LaTanya said he does not quite enjoy social media. He attended an immersion program this summer, and he'll do more internship type opportunities.
Look at that parenting right there. First off, an immersion program, that means you're in it. You're doing it all the time to get it. I wonder how he felt about that. And here's the other thing, too, about this immersion program and the internship. Some of these things he may not remember the great value of, but they keep lifting him higher and higher. Michael Catlow, his mom paid for him when he was a teenager. She paid for him to take the that course I want to take. What's that course called? The Landmark course. When he was a teenager, his mom paid for him to go to the Landmark course, and Michael Catlow's accomplished great things in his life, and his mom was like trying to give credit to the Landmark course. And when I asked him about it, he hardly remembered anything at all about it. Right? I'm sorry, man. I was a teenager. I don't hardly remember anything I did in that class. Well, it probably benefited him.
Bill says, thanks for that, Brian. I really got clear last week, and a big part of encouragement is courage.
Yes.
You added value and encouragement to that training. Amen.
Amen. I'm not sure what training it was.
Good morning, Sharon. Thank you for joining.
It's two parts. You're not going to be able to get nothing out of the training if you haven't brought something with you. You know, you got to bring some, to get some of it. You know how it goes,
Yeah, you got to be willing.
And you had to have done some stuff. Sabrina, LaTanya, let's talk about that early opportunities for internship for youth. Let's go see if that's two for Sabrina this morning.
Amen.
Karen McNeill, good morning to you, my sister.
LaTanya said he really enjoyed the immersion program. It was at Lake Forest.
That's Wake Forest.
Wake Forest, yes. I thought I said that, but I know I said Lake.
Yep. KUJICHAGULIA. Wake Forest is amazing. My daughter lives in Wake Forest right now. Wake Forest is like 10, 15 minutes outside of Raleigh, and I lived in Raleigh for around 25 years. My daughter lives in Wake Forest, but just in Wake Forest. We are really enjoying our time there. Yeah, are you coming on, Precious, to talk about KUJICHAGULIA? Kind of like teased it out, homie.
We need your expertise, because remember, I'm only, kinda.
That's a wonderful connection. LaTanya and Sabrina and Lisa. Awesome. So today is self-determination, but we've also been talking about communication. Now, I think one of the key skills to be a successful entrepreneur is you got to have great communication skills, not know what it is, but you got to have some skills in each facet. And I break it down into 5 facets. Yeah, skills. Yeah, that's great connection. Skills. Now, number 1 is the ability to speaking it. Now, speaking it is not how flowery or how well you use big words. Speaking it is a way to communicate it in such a way that the person that you're talking to can understand you. So if you're speaking to a 4-year-old, you might use different language than you do for a 40-year-old. But the point is, most of that communication is your challenge, your responsibility. You got to be able to say it in a way that they can hear it. Second is listening. I do believe you listen yourself into more sales than you talk yourself into. And listening, the key thing about listening, the first thing, if you want to become a better listener, stop talking. Stop interrupting. Well, because we interrupt each other. Adults today, we interrupt each other all the time. We interrupt each other all the time, and it's so often it's not even rude. And we keep interrupting each other when we're talking with each other. Even friends, even if you like the person, you both interrupt each other all the daggone time, and you just wait until they pause long enough to catch your breath, and then you intercede and say what you got to say.
Well,
but we're making a point. To become a great listener, determine not to do that and start pausing when they pause. Just wait a moment before you jump in there. Go ahead.
Karen says that's so true. Yeah, I don't even think people consider it rude anymore.
They don't. I don't think they do. We do it so often.
Some people do.
But when you're in a business setting, if you're trying to sell, you edify the person when you don't interrupt them. You pay them credit when you don't interrupt them. When you give them the time they need to say what they got to do, you lift them up. It's like you're complimenting them by not interrupting them. And when you do interrupt them, you're not complimenting them. Yeah, you got to be able to be quiet for long enough, Sister Karen. And then that's speaking, listening. The third one is comprehension. Understanding what they really mean, even if they're not good at explaining it. And a lot of adults are not good at explaining what they need. Challenges like, for example, an insurance agent, and he's asking his clients what it is that he wants and needs for his family. And he says, I just want him to have enough money when I'm gone. Okay, well, what does that mean? If the agent is not skillful, he won't understand what this guy really, really wants. So it needs a comprehension. Have you ever had someone say to you, come on over to the house, and you say to them, great, how do I get there? And then the person can't not explain to you how to get to their own house, even though they go there every day, but they can't explain it.
I can't.
You can't? Yeah. And you're not alone like that. You can't tell, even though you know how to get home.
No, I don't.
You do too.
I do not. If my phone is dead, I cannot find my way home.
If your phone is dead, you can't find your way home?
I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot find my way home. Good morning, James. Sometimes people don't realize that they're doing it. Rudeness has just become normal, unfortunately.
Good morning, James. How you doing? And yeah, and it's almost like it's not considered rude anymore because we do it to each other all the time. Pay attention to it one time. Even people who know better. I know better, and I still do it too. I know better. But if I'm trying to, and this is a bad thing to say, if I'm trying to get an appointment or get some money out of them, I don't do it then. So I'm taking it serious then. I'm paying attention then. Why don't I take it serious all the time? Why don't I be focused like that all the time? So speaking, listening, comprehension. The fourth of communication is questioning skills.
Yes, Sabrina, unconscious rudeness is the new American norm.
Yeah, unconscious rudeness. I never labeled it that way, but yes. But the fourth criteria, and it's 5 facets, the fourth facet is the ability to ask questions, questioning skills. How good are you at asking questions? The Rudyard Kipling, I had 6 honest serving friends. They taught me all I knew. The names of what, where, when, which, why, and who. Bill Brown says, I am learning that I have better communication when I take my audience or the listener into consideration. In the past, I was more concerned with what I want to say. That's exactly it. When most people are much more in conversations, even in casual conversations, over lunch, you chilling, you're not in a hurry nowhere. You're just having lunch. We still are more concerned with what we want to say than versus what the other person is saying.
Mm-hmm. Precious said, I can't pull myself out of this bed just yet,
No
LOL.
problem.
But I do have a 2-year-old post reminder that came today where I specifically talk about KUJICHAGULIA.
I wish we could share it some kind of way.
On an old I Choose Me Tuesday live. It's 2 years old. but it has the same impact. I watched it myself today. LOL, it's fresh on my page.
Okay, so we'll go to your page and we'll watch it.
And the I Choose Me page.
On the I Choose Me page? Okay, cool. We'll go there and we'll watch that so we'll understand more fully what KUJICHAGULIA. Now, Brian, from a man's point of view, how good are your listening skills with your wife? From a man's point of view, how good are my listening skills with my wife? It's a fluid thing. I would like to think I'm good at it, but I do know I'm better at it at certain times than I am at other times. Okay. For example, I'm better at listening to her in the mornings. I'm better at listening to her, I think, over meals. I'm better at listening to her when we're not distracted. You know, that's what I think. What say you? Do you think I'm a good listener? I'm awesome at it. I'm good at it.
I think you're a strategic listener.
Yeah, I'll go with that too, because there's some things I listen to less and out of self-preservation, you know, whatever. But why you coming to my show today, Starting Trouble, Sabrina? It is great. Me too. James Sutton, Sabrina Sturgis, mine sucks. Okay. It's on my personal page as well. I shared it to myself. Thank you, Precious.
Good, Precious.
So everyone can go to Precious Pauling's page and find out what KUJICHAGULIA means. The second day of Kwanzaa, self-determination. Now, before I even go there to see it, I know it's going to be poetry in it. I know it's going to come across poetic because that's what she do.
Vivian said, I need improvement in all areas. That's the communication areas, Miss Vivian?
Yeah, we've done 4 of them now. Speaking, listening, comprehending, and questioning. Am I a good listener? Crickets. Yeah. And then the 5th facet.
He missed it.
I missed it?
Yes.
Okay, help me there.
Am I a good listener? And then I gave you crickets. You asked me that. And
she was considering her answer. That's how I looked at that. Okay.
Everybody listens better when they are not distracted. LOL. Yes, that's true.
That's true. All right. And the 5th facet, we've done 4. Speaking, listening, comprehension, questioning skills. And the 5th facet is written. And I'm talking primarily text messages and emails. Text messages and emails. Those are the things today. How many times have you gotten a text message and you don't know what the heck they wanted with you?
Not necessarily because of the alphabet soup, but just because it didn't make sense. So not because of the abbreviations.
Yeah, not because of abbreviations or none of that. James and Brian, thanks for your honesty. We are talking about self-determination. This is part. You're right. Sabrina's on it today. She's pumped up a little bit.
I am also easily distracted.
What'd you say?
You know what I find is that your mind, I think everybody's mind, catches on to what is of interest to them. And then if you are a thinking being, then when your mind catches on to the idea that you find interesting, you want to figure out how to use it for yourself.
Yep, that's the natural function of the brain.
And then you also want to find out how you can be helpful. So sometimes filtering through what's coming, and I think this might be more of a male thing, and we've had conversations about this, I think, because I can say it, is sometimes the desire is simply to vent and not be fixed. And when I'm talking, you're fixing.
Yeah, sometimes Lisa doesn't want to fix, but it was challenging for me to hear this challenge and not try to fix it. You know? Mm-hmm. So that was a conversation we had to have. Yeah, because that doesn't make sense to me normally.
I don't think it's just you. I think it's to men. Like, why do you want to say it if you don't want to fix it?
Right.
Well, it's not that I don't want to fix it.
And then once it's fixed, we don't have that problem no more. What are we still talking about? Okay, but no, I still want to talk about it. Good morning, Lynette. Did you get your messages from me this morning? I sent her some messages this morning. One of the things I am so excited about doing, and I sent one to Lynette, is this upcoming Saturday, I'm going to serve as a moderator to a financial fitness type workshop, sizzle call kind of workshop kind of thing. And we're doing this thing. We're excited about it. So I'm going to be the moderator this time. And instead, I have been to this event before and served as a speaker, but I've never been the moderator before. And I'm going to do that this weekend.
Yeah, James, you're a fixer too.
Of course he is.
Well,
of course he is.
I think most, and this is not a generalization like to beat you guys up. I just think that
good, Lynette.
That men are fixers. That in most cases, men are fixers. And I have to say that I have also done those same things. I've been guilty of doing that with some girlfriends who may come back with the same issue over and over again. Now, I don't mind venting for the sake of venting, if we know that that's what it is. But if a person is consistently dragging this one thing out and doesn't want it fixed, then they're like the wet baby, and I'm going to try to find someplace else for them to be.
Whenever you talk about people with the same problem all the time coming back with it, I think about one of my boys. You know, he's about my age. He's in his late 40s.
I already know who you're talking about.
Yes. And he dates exclusively women under 25. You know, okay, they're half his age. And I keep telling him he's always got a problem. He's always got a problem with women. I said, man, these girls, 23-year-old, this is his line right here. Yeah, Brian, but this one is more mature than the other ones.
Sabrina said, as much as I text, I honestly don't really like it. It's causing my verbal communication to suffer. Do you think so?
Here's how you improve your verbal communications if you think it's suffering. Just read more often. Read a little bit more. Read more books. Read more. That always improves your verbal communication.
William Brown, I believe our communication skills are lacking because some of our relationships are questionable or in question. That's interesting. James Sutton is a fixer.
Hey, fam. Okay.
And she got your text or your message. Non-communication is a deal breaker for me. Non-communication means don't not communicating at all. James Sutton, why do you go to the altar if you don't want it repaired?
Exactly. Now, Sabrina says non-communication is a deal breaker for me. Now, I don't know if this is where she was going with this or not. I'm making a wild ass assumption. She says non-communication is a deal breaker for me. Does that mean like if a gentleman is interested in you, but he's not good at communicating, that breaks the whole deal? Is that what you were saying there?
That is for me. A non-communication in a relationship, in a potential relationship or in a relationship, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not ever.
We never had that problem because we both are communicators.
Yes, you're right. And that's why you sitting in that seat.
And that's why you sitting in that seat.
Because if you don't know how to communicate, then no.
I know how to say some stuff, yeah.
Yeah, no. But I mean, to hold up your end of the conversation and not just have the ability to communicate, but one of the things that almost got you foisted is even though you have the ability to communicate, there are times that you really shut down.
Yep.
But you didn't give me that during the dating, bruh.
The time I've shut down is after an event.
No, the time you shut down is after we were already married. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Who is this? I didn't sign up for this.
After an event. If I just did an event or I did a speaking engagement or I did a workshop.
You consider everything an event is the other thing. Everything. I've just been on the phone for 4 minutes, man.
4 minutes, really?
Been on the phone.
Exaggerate much?
16 seconds. You want to talk? I've been talking. Look, 4 minutes.
You exaggerate
so
much.
Oh, can I rest? Can I rest my vocal cords? You know I'm a speaker. And I've been talking for 4 minutes and 16 seconds. I just need to go decompress. I'm gonna go outside for an hour and a half and have a cigar because I'm a speaker and I was on the phone for 4 minutes and 16 seconds.
Now, if you want to play this game, I could do a Lisa impression too. Okay, fine. Since you went there, fine. I'm gonna do Lisa now, y'all. This is Lisa. Okay. We're driving to an event. Lisa's on her phone. We get there, okay? We get to the event. We park the car. I unbuckle my seatbelt. I turn the car. And Lisa's doing this. And then I get out of the car. And Lisa's still in the car. Baby, we here. Oh, we here. Okay. All right. And then Lisa, come on. I'm standing outside the car. She unbuckles. Okay. Let's go, baby. What you doing? She's not doing anything. She's just sitting there waiting for the right psychological moment. Then she finally gets out of the car. And then she can't just leave. She got to go in the back seat and fish around for a little while first. Can we freaking go inside the building? That's the one that kills me. That's what kills me, Lisa.
I can teach you how to remedy that. Bill says, I think a good question I ask myself is, how am I listening? Am I listening to fix or am I listening to listen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I don't know how to listen just to listen. We listen for a point.
If Brian is evolved, it's an event.
Thank you, James, for having my back.
Can a brother be silent for a minute?
Thank you, Bill, for having my back.
You like
y'all. Hit the rock. Hit the rock, fellas. Hit the rock.
Latanya said, can't listen or communicate is a deal breaker. My husband is both. My husband and I are both talkers and listeners. If we feel the other isn't doing their part in the communication, we will reverbalize it. We have good, long conversations.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, James. I feel so good that it finally has some men in here to get brothers back. Oh.
So part of the reason why I don't get out of the car is twofold. One is, yes, I'm on my phone finishing a train of thought.
Stop it. Just finish it when you get in the door.
Two, I have to open my own door. And I know that we have been married for 3 years and together for 4, but every time I touch that door, I want to set the car on fire. Now, my husband told me when we first started dating that he was not a door opener. And
I can't believe you tell that today.
Pissed me off to the highest levels of pistivity. And I'm telling you, he has gone out of his way, like he could be standing next to the door and he'll tap on the freaking window.
That's not true.
Say, come on. Oh, yes, it is. Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I can't believe you going there on the show today.
Sure did.
I can't believe you.
Yes, I'm
Lisa.
here. I'm here.
Oh,
no, y'all not. James Sutton Jr. and William Brown. They came to that brother's rescue.
Thank you. I don't know how much that means to me. It means so much.
I'm glad. Brotherhood on the show.
Thank you.
These are his feelings now.
I love it.
I open the door in crowds, LOL.
Okay.
James, you open the door.
Lisa's not talking about just the door, because we open doors for her all the time. Going in the restaurant.
Yeah, you do, because I don't touch that door.
Right. So
the only door that I cannot force to be opened is the door inside the car, because you will get out of the car and go.
But I do open doors for you.
To the restaurant, because if you don't, we'll both be standing out there.
She's not touching any doors.
No.
To the restaurant.
No, I'm
or
not.
the office building.
I won't.
So the only door you have to touch is the car door. But that's too much.
Yes, it's too much.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah, I know. And that's why you have to wait for me to finish my text message or find whatever right psychological moment that I can find. That's right. Oh, Lord. Brian Keith McNeill. Wow. What? No. Listening for the brothers now. Open that door.
I open lots of doors for Lisa.
Not car doors.
The only door, because it's on your side of the car. Get in the car and let's go. Get out of the car. I'm not conceding that point either. We got places to go together.
That's right.
We both have to get out of the car. Okay.
But now it's even more difficult for me getting in and out of cars. Now it's even more difficult. Seriously. Because when we first started dating, we had a truck. So climbing up in the truck was different from coming up out of the scoop inside the car. Pointed, yes. Go get him. Get your boy, Miss Vivian. Get him, Vivian. Get this. Get him. Yes, no, for real. The door, because it's real. It is real. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling the truth. You need a 30-minute break after a 4-minute and 16-second phone call. Unless it's another business call.
Now, when I'm on a call with a client, it's going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Oh, definitely after that, you need like the whole afternoon off.
Okay, but and some days I have more than one. Mm-hmm. So I do. Now, listen, y'all.
Thank you, LaTanya.
I do 2.
Bill said, Lisa, please don't burn the car up.
I do 2 2-hour sessions with a client. And then I want to chill for a
LaTanya moment. Just gave you a new 2019 goal, Brian, to open the door for your wife.
I open lots and lots of doors for my wife because she ain't going to touch it. Okay?
Not.
So that's already been done. Okay?
He doesn't open the car door. Thank you.
Get your butt in the car.
You definitely should open the door. Brian!
How many of you women saying this are my wife? Okay? None of y'all.
That's enough.
They ain't my wife. So. Oh my God. I don't want to talk about this on the show.
Communication is what we're talking about. I am communicating.
This is not
both verbally and with my body language and colorful language and all of the other languages that
this started when you doing a bad impression about me getting on the phone and wanting to have some quiet time. Okay, I told you when we were dating, one of the advantages that you had over others is I could be in the car with you without having to jabber all the time.
You don't.
Which is the thing I liked.
Yeah,
I said that in the beginning. I liked being able to go places with Lisa, enjoy her company, and not feel taxed that I gotta carry a conversation every time we're in the car. Okay,
we don't, and we don't have to hold the conversation anywhere else either. But you're not talking about only in the car. Don't try to make it.
I'm trying to put this on me when we got to the door. Okay.
Brian is in the hot seat. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Y'all watch this.
You see me sweating? No, I'm not sweating.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm not sweating.
This is gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Whatever this is, you getting ready to do.
Okay, good. So first we was talking about you were doing a bad impression about me wanting to be quiet after a 4-minute phone call after you exaggerated that. Okay.
Seconds.
And then you did this all in. So then I did an impression of you that was a peeve of mine. You did a peeve of yours. I did a peeve of mine about getting someplace and getting your butt out of the car. Yes. That is a stressor for me. How do I get Lisa from the car into the building? Okay. You know, Kevin Hart does this thing. I can
tell you how.
Kevin Hart does this very funny skit about riding with Big Nate. You know, the whole thing about adjusting all the stuff and all that kind of stuff. Gotcha. All that kind of stuff. And he's like, come on, man, let's go. And you know, but a slice of cheese with the corners cut off, whatever that means. Okay. The exact opposite.
James Sutton said, trying to help you, brother.
I appreciate you. Go up. Vivian's laughing, but okay.
Oh, and FYI, who brought up the car? That's right. And I do not have any trouble at all being quiet in the car ride or whatever. Here, since we're in the car, let's stay in the car for a minute.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if we got enough time for this.
Yeah, we got time. Let's stay in the car for a second.
Okay.
Because you can be driving in the middle of the night and you don't want anybody to talk, which is fine because I don't want to talk anyway. But I want to sleep and I want to yawn. No, but if I yawn, there's no yawning in the car.
Yawning is contagious. I'm trying to drive. It's late at night. You over there yawning, gonna make me yawn. I gotta stay alert. So I do say to Lisa, babe, you can't be yawning like that. I mean, she's showing me every time she ever had.
I'm yawning.
She don't even cover it.
I'm yawning.
She don't even cover it.
I'm trying to stay awake so
like
you don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Stressor fix. Open the door, B. That's it. Bill said, then Lisa dropped the mic by talking about the car door. That's right.
Oh my God.
He don't even know it. Precious said, Rondell will be cracking up right now because he complains about the same thing with me. Laughing out loud right now. Glad he is not on.
I'm going to tell him about it. Do you have a challenge getting your butt out of the car too, Fresh?
Ron Parling, open that door. I take forever to get out to him. I really be ready to cuss him out every time.
Why do you take forever? Why don't when you get there? And plus, here's the other thing too about that. I've got more stuff to do than she does. It should take longer for me, but it doesn't. I've got to put the car in park, unbuckle, all that kind of stuff. And I'm driving. You're not even driving. You're not even driving. So I got more responsibilities than you do. And now I got to throw on top of all of that, get you there safely, get the stuff out the car. And even when it rains, even when it's raining, I got to wait for her. Baby, it's raining. Let's get in the daggone building and out of the rain.
Open the door.
Open the door. Get out the car.
I can't stay in a car that's open. You can have me out lickety split just like that. Just like that. That was actually, it's really my fault because that was the first thing you said to me the day that we physically met for the first time. So
that was the first thing I said to you.
When we left out, you're already in crank mode because we have been, you had spoken, you did your training
for 3 hours.
For 3 hours.
I did a 3-hour workshop. Tell it right now.
That's right. You did a 3-hour workshop
where I'm standing and working. Go ahead.
Yes, you were standing and working. You know what? You should probably talk to some people that actually work in the fields about how, overworked you are. Come on.
The first day we met.
Sabrina said self-determination. What does it mean? She tried to throw you a bone.
Second.
Wait, James.
The first day we
Go ahead. Bro, we pull up, park now. They want to put on shoes and lipstick. Oh, yes. Okay, James.
Yes.
Okay, James. Exceptions must be made for queens. We need more time.
Why don't you do that stuff on the way? How about that?
Go ahead. So talk about
because you can put your lipstick on while the car is moving. You can. You're good at it. Okay.
But you slap my visor. I can't even have my visor down.
No, you can have your visor down. Lisa put the visor down with the light on and at night and do what she's got to do and then leave that light on. And the visor has a light. So when you leave that light on for the sport of leaving it on, after a while, I just shut it because you just forgot or didn't want to do it.
I like looking in the mirror. Precious said forever to him, I'm grabbing my stuff. He had one job to drive, of course. He is done driving. He can just jump out, and I'm doing more things because I'm not driving. So my task can be mid-center.
Are you really kidding me?
And I need to finish what I'm doing.
Are you kidding me?
Didn't get it. LOL. He's finished what he's doing. That's right.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Exactly right.
She can't be serious.
Exactly
she
right.
cannot be serious. His job is done, so it's easy. Are you kidding me?
In the middle of a post, in the middle of a follow-up.
Finish that when you get in the building.
You can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Stop what you're doing right there. Go in the building and finish it. Okay.
There you go. Sabrina, here come Truth.
Sabrina. Really, James Sutton? And who are we getting cute for?
And Truth, standing, talking, making valid points, all tiresome. I feel you, Brian.
That's right.
Brian, exhaustion. Yes.
Doesn't make sense. I just spoke for 3 hours. Okay. I spoke for 3 hours working, talking to people. I'm not in the mood to do a whole lot of car gymnastics then. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Lisa.
It's okay, sweetheart.
I can't believe you went there today.
Open the door is where
While the ladies are communicating and I'm listening. That's right. They communicate to each other.
No,
that's what y'all doing.
No. Don't try that.
Y'all communicate.
Don't try that. You just discount everything because it's not what you want. That's not it.
Now, I'm discounting because it's not what I want.
Yeah, because you want me to get out without you opening the door.
You've been married for 3 years. How long?
Going on 4, right?
Going on 3.
Going on 3?
Going on 3.
When did we get married?
16, baby.
So April 23rd is going on 4.
No.
Going on 3.
Yes.
16?
To 19.
To 19. It's not 20. Wow. I feel like I've been married to you for longer than that.
We've been together for longer, and you've been preparing to be my wife for your whole life. So that's why it feels longer. So you said
obviously didn't finish getting prepared because I'm still opening my own damn car door.
I'm turning listen mode on to a 3-hour course. I just did it. Now that's literal. And here's the thing, I'm Precious. The first day we met, I'm just gonna say this one point. I had 2 3-hour workshops in the same day, from 10 to 1 and from 4 to 7. So between 1 and it don't end at 1 because people want to talk to you right after it's over. So you just say from 2 to 3:30 is all I had to grab something to eat and then come back and do another one.
And he was hungry. He obviously had not had any breakfast.
I was starving, so
he is not cute.
So I was hungry, and I knew I had to find some energy because I had to do another 3-hour session the same day. And so going out to the car, this whole opening the door thing.
We didn't have that opening the door conversation at the car. You made a declaration. I didn't ask you to open my door. You wasn't dating me. You didn't have nothing for me.
Okay, so I said it like the first thing.
You did. You said it like it was a declaration. And I don't really open doors.
No, I did not say I don't open doors.
I'm like,
I wasn't going to start stuff. I wasn't going to continue.
Yeah, that is exactly what I said. And I'm like, so what?
What?
Do you?
Anyway, that's not a major part. It's 10 o'clock. Let's go.
Don't open doors.
She done got a brother all hot and worked up here. I got a lot of work to do today. I don't need this taxing my energy, this kind of stuff. I got a full day ahead of me. So do you.
I am LisaSantiagoMcNeill.
I am Brian Keith McNeill.
And this is Let's Talk About It on ESPN-TV7, on the SIBN network, iHeart, iTunes, and right here on Facebook Live.
And remember, the truth, life is not a scrimmage or a practice game. There is no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time the speech that takes its toll for all of us. Every day is the Super Bowl. So God bless you and go forward and live your Super Bowl life today. Nothing, LisaSantiagoMcNeill.
And remember that you are blessed by the blessor to be a blessing. Permission to be amazing.
That's right, Bill. My feet was hurting too, yeah. And my feet were hurting.
Go have